Ever wondered which countries have the best education systems? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore in this video. We've embarked on a fascinating journey around the globe, examining the top-tier education systems of 10 esteemed countries. While education levels vary from country to country, there is a clear correlation between the quality of a country's educational system and its general economic status and overall well-being. Our evaluation is based on a variety of key factors that contribute to a strong education system. We've considered student performance, of course, but we've also delved deeper. We've looked at the quality and dedication of the teachers who shape young minds, the robustness of the school infrastructure, and the level of government investment in education. This isn't just about ranking. It's about understanding what makes an education system truly great. So buckle up and prepare for an enlightening ride. Stay tuned as we delve into the world of education, exploring the top 10 countries leading the pack. Starting with Denmark, a country known for its focus on student well-being. Ensuring a balanced approach to education, the strength of the Danish education system lies in its human-centric design, accommodating students of all backgrounds and learning styles. Education in Denmark is compulsory for children below the age of 16. Government-funded education is usually free of charge and open to all. The Danish education system has its origin in the cathedral and monastery schools established by the Roman Catholic Church in the early Middle Ages. Their main purpose was to prepare the students for theological studies by teaching them to read, write, and speak Latin and Greek. Secondary education usually takes 2 to 4 years and is attended by students between the ages of 15 and 19. Secondary education is not compulsory, but usually free of charge, and students have a wide range of programs to choose from. Once they have completed their secondary education, Danes can choose from a variety of tertiary options, including a standard university that grants bachelor's, master's, and PhD degrees, a university college that awards bachelor degrees in hands-on subjects such as social work, or a public arts and architecture academy. Next, we journey to Sweden, a country recognized for its commitment to equality and inclusivity in education. Sweden is a shining example of a nation that values an educational system built on fairness and accessibility. In the Swedish school system, children go to school for at least 10 years from the year they turn 6, as mandated by the Swedish Education Act. Preschool is free for all families. Swedish preschool emphasizes the importance of play in a child's development, with a curriculum aiming to ensure children's individual needs and interests. Children between ages 6 and 16 attend comprehensive school where a wide range of subjects are studied. All students study the same subjects, with the exception of different language choices. The majority of schools are run municipally, but there are also privately owned schools, known as independent schools. Upper secondary school usually lasts for 3 years. It is divided into 18 different national programs with different educational focus. The higher education system is compatible with the rest of Europe, where degrees are divided into 3 cycles: basic level, advanced level, and doctoral level. Universities have no tuition fees for Swedish citizens, and student aid is available from the government. Now, let's voyage to Australia, renowned for its emphasis on critical thinking and creativity. Education in Australia encompasses the sectors of early childhood education and primary education, followed by secondary education, and finally, tertiary education, which includes higher education and vocational education. The Australian education system generally consists of public and independent education. Public schools in Australia are mainly funded by the government. Alternatively, independent education is mostly funded through donations and tuition fees, as well as smaller per-student contributions from the government. Education in Australia is compulsory between the ages of 4 and 17, depending on the state or territory and the date of birth. Primary education in Australia runs for 7 to 8 years and begins at the preparatory or reception level. Students usually enter into the national education system at ages 4 or 5. Secondary school education in Australia is compulsory until year 10 or age 16. However, to move on to higher education, students must complete year 12 to receive their certificate. Australia has world-class higher education facilities, with both established institutions to choose from. It is a leading global provider of education to international students, and that's the charm of education in Australia. Australia, where education fuels imagination and innovation. Moving on to Switzerland, a country known for its decentralized and multilingual education system. Here, the focus isn't merely on scholastic brilliance, but also on promoting a sense of community and mutual respect among students hailing from various linguistic backgrounds. The education system in Switzerland is very diverse because the Constitution of Switzerland delegates the authority for the school system mainly to the cantons. The obligatory school system usually includes primary education and secondary education. The minimum age for primary school is about 6 years. At the end of primary school, pupils are separated according to their capacities and career intentions in several sections for a period of 2 or 3 years. Traditionally, language learning is important in Switzerland. Students learn a second official language of Switzerland as well as English during their compulsory school years. Universities are the traditional academic institutions for higher education. Universities in Switzerland are known for their BBAs and MBAs, and they tend to be some of the best in the world. This has resulted in a considerable number of international students in the country. Many of these students attend top universities in Switzerland for their advanced degrees. Next, we'll head to the land of the rising sun, Japan. The Japanese education system is noteworthy for its focus on discipline, respect, and high academic standards. Education in Japan is managed by the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology of Japan. Education is compulsory at the elementary and lower secondary levels. Most students attend public schools through the lower secondary level, but private education is popular at the upper secondary and university levels. Japanese culture and society have traditionally placed an enormously important emphasis on education as a means of advancing in both socio-economic standing and securing promising employment prospects within the nation's advanced technologically driven economy, both historically and in modern times. Formal education in Japan began with the adoption of Chinese culture in the 6th century. The Japanese school system primarily consists of 6-year elementary schools, 3-year junior high schools, and 3-year high schools, followed by 3-year junior colleges or 4-year colleges. Compulsory education lasts for 9 years through elementary and junior high school. Next, we make a stop in the romantic heart of Europe, France. The French education setup is organized in a highly centralized manner, with many subdivisions. It is divided into 3 stages: primary education, secondary education, and higher education. Formal schooling in France starts as early as age 3, when many children attend kindergarten. Then by the age of 6, a child in France starts primary school and soon moves on to higher and higher grade levels until they graduate. Primary school consists of 5 years of study, from age 6 to age 11. After primary school, students move to the secondary level, which is divided into 2 stages. The first stage, the college, is composed of 4 years of study for students ages 11 through 15. After the college, students attend the lycée or high school for the final 3 years of secondary education. After the lycée, students choose to pursue either a vocational diploma or an academic diploma. Now we journey to the Great White North, Canada. The Canadian education system is known for fostering a sense of community and mutual respect among students from different cultures. Education in Canada is for the most part provided publicly and is funded and overseen by provincial, territorial, and local governments. Education is generally divided into primary education, followed by secondary education, and post-secondary. Primary education or elementary school in Canada is mandatory for children, starting at the age of 6, and goes until the age of 11 years old. High school is the last part of secondary education that comes when students reach grade 8, and they stay in this stage for 4 years until grade 12. Education is compulsory in every province and territory in Canada, up to the age of 18, or as soon as a high school diploma has been achieved. Upon graduating from high school, Canadian students are given the opportunity to apply to colleges and universities. University in Canada is a place for higher education, where academic degrees can be obtained in a wide variety of subjects, starting with a bachelor's degree, then a master's degree, and finally a PhD as the highest level of education. From Canada, we transport you to the Western European Federal Republic, Germany. The German education system stands out for its unique combination of academic rigor, hands-on learning, and commitment to individual development. Education in Germany is primarily the responsibility of the individual federal states. Each federal state has its own Ministry of Education, or equivalent authority responsible for education policy and legislation within its jurisdiction. The German school system is structured into 4 stages: early childhood education, primary education, secondary education, and tertiary education. Compulsory education in Germany is a fundamental commitment to ensure that every child receives an education. All children in Germany must start school once they reach the age of 6 until they complete 9 years of full-time schooling at the gymnasium, or 10 years of full-time schooling for other general education schools. After compulsory education, those who don't continue to full-time general or vocational schools at the upper secondary level must still attend part-time schooling, which typically lasts 3 years. Finally, we land in the United Kingdom, a country renowned for its high academic standards and home to top universities like Oxford and Cambridge. In the United Kingdom, compulsory school system is divided into key stages, based on the student's age. Primary education is divided into Key Stage 1 for ages 5 to 6 and Key Stage 2 for ages 7 to 10. Secondary education is divided into Key Stage 3 for ages 11 to 13 and Key Stage 4 for ages 14 to 15. At the end of Year 11, students typically take General Certificate of Secondary Education exams or other Level 1 or Level 2 qualifications. While education is compulsory until 18, schooling is compulsory to 16. Thus, post-16 education can take several forms and may be academic or vocational. Higher education often begins with a 3-year bachelor's degree. Postgraduate degrees include master's degrees and doctoral-level research degrees that usually take at least 3 years. Education in England remained closely linked to religious institutions until the 19th century, although charity schools and free grammar schools, which were open to children of any religious beliefs, became more common in the early modern period. At last, we move to the United States. In the United States, education is provided in public and private schools and by individuals through homeschooling. By state law, education is compulsory over the age of 5 and ends somewhere between the ages of 16 and 18, depending on the state. This requirement can be satisfied in public or state-certified private schools or an approved homeschool program. Compulsory education is divided into 3 levels: elementary school, middle or junior high school, and high school. Numerous publicly and privately administered colleges and universities offer a wide variety of post-secondary education. Post-secondary education is divided into college as the first tertiary degree and graduate school. Higher education includes public research universities, private liberal arts colleges, historically black colleges and universities, community colleges, and many other kinds and combinations of institutions. College enrollment rates in the United States have increased over the long term. The large majority of the world's top universities, as listed by various ranking organizations, are in the United States. As we've observed, each of these countries brings a distinctive approach to education. Every single one of these systems, each unique in its own right, is molding the future of individual nations and the world comprehensively. These systems underscore the significance of diverse and high-caliber education systems in shaping the leaders of our future. In the realm of education, one finds that diversity translates into strength, and in this respect, these countries are blazing a trail.